Scholars from Kenya and Somalia say that Ethiopia has been currently leading the way in freeing the African people from the neo-colonial mindset as the country is fighting a proxy war waged by Western powers. Former Deputy Speaker of the Kenya Parliament and politician Farah Maalim and Somali researcher and political analyst Dr. Abdiwahid Abdisamad are in Addis to demonstrate their solidarity to Ethiopia in its struggle against the meddling of foreign powers. Speaking to the Ethiopian News Agency, former Deputy Speaker of the Kenyan Parliament, Farah Maalim, said that the Ethiopian government and people have been fighting against proxy war which is being intensified by the developed world, saying that it is exemplary to Africans. He also urged Africans to all corners to join Ethiopian new colonial struggle to say no more, otherwise the world continent will be facing a second wave of colonialism.
We do not want African issues to be tackled and to be determined in other capitals, like the Western capitals and the American capital. So we are saying no more interference in the internal affairs of the African continent. Ethiopia has led the way in freeing the African people from the colonial mindset of not trusting in their own decisions and only trusting in decisions that are made in other capitals.
The speaker also lauded the people and the government of Ethiopia and the leadership of the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed for being vigilant and rallying together in the toughest ongoing hybrid war launched on Ethiopia by the US and some of its Western allies.
We want to commend you people and your government, and more specifically your Prime Minister, who at this time did what is, frankly, in the eyes of the so-called developed world, a personal risk, because he has seen what has been done to those people who tried to assert the independence of their own countries and their own communities and their own regions. He has taken the bull by the horn and has decided that we cannot listen to you from outside. We will decide and determine our own issues as a continent. And I think the African continent is going to come in solidarity with that.
According to him, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed had taken the bull by horns and decided that we cannot listen from outside to determine our own issues as a continent. He said that the African continent is going to come in solidarity with Ethiopia. Despite the fact that Africa has both sufficient and untapped natural resources, the Deputy Speaker underscored the continent has still remained under the exploitation for the Western countries and Africa is not in control of its own resources. However, Maalim strongly argues it's time for Africa to take charge of its own affairs. Appreciating Ethiopia's decision, which is working hard to thwart the threat whatever the risk, the speaker prophesied this struggle is going to be fired at one end to any other end of the African continent.
In all these conflicts that are created outside and transported into our continent. So mine is very simple. We have come to demonstrate our solidarity with this new light for Africa. We have a new light for the continent. And thank God, Dr. Abiy has decided he was going to do it, whatever the risks notwithstanding, and I'm sure the continent is going to come. There's going to be fires in the continent from one end to the other end, from West Africa to Southern Africa, to the Horn of Africa, to the North Africa. All of them are going to come out and say no more.
He finally hoped that Ethiopia will overcome all the difficulties that come from internal and external forces, as well as the country will integrate not only the people of Ethiopia but also the people of the Horn of Africa. He further said that now the conflict in northern part of the country in Tigray has been contained. They expect Ethiopians to begin rebuilding their own country. He noted that the country will integrate not only the people of Ethiopia but the people of Horn of Africa also by creating an economic bloc that will essentially become the biggest IGAD region trade bloc in the world. On his part, Somali researcher and political analyst Dr. Abdiwahab Abdisamad says the Western imperialists have now seeking fragile Ethiopia and having a small puppet government, acknowledging that Africa is today under the attack from Somalia to Senegal. However, he underlined that Ethiopia's firm position on external pressure will serve as a wake-up call to the people of Africa to say no more new colonization of Africa.
If you look at West Africa, whereby Francophone countries, the people colonized by France itself, people right now are demonstrating on the streets, saying that no more. Africa is awake. It's not like the 1960s or 1970s. If you look at what they call the southern part of the continent, history remains the same. Look at the Horn of Africa today. In the first time in history of the Horn of Africa, whereby Somalia, Eritrea, Ethiopia, they're reading the same script. Same script. People are saying they're fed up about what they call the Western world. Now people are calling now economic integration. It's a history of Horn of Africa, the first time whereby Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, now they're coming together and reading the same script. So basically what I'm saying, what Ethiopia they have done for the last couple of months, in fact, it is something we are proud of.
The researcher further stated that Ethiopia is fighting a proxy war that has been inflicted by the United States of America and some European countries against the very existence of the country. However, he is hopeful that Ethiopia will once again prove it is a symbol of liberation, overcoming from the pressure of Western powers, and Africans will always remember it.